Welcome back to some more FTL Multiverse Mod with me, Daniel from Dan Has Fun. Last episode was really fun. You should definitely watch the previous run. It was certainly worth it. Like, obviously, come back and watch this too, and I'd appreciate that. So this episode, we're going to be using a version of a ship from Advanced Edition, well, FTL generally, the Nasasio, which is the Stealth A. This one has some other perks going for it though. We'll talk about it in a second. Crew. This is the first video since we had a plethora of people wanting to be named in the ship, so we do have Feladay, and I was going to have you as a human, but it's funny that your name then shows us Feladay Eng, so it seems appropriate to be the Engie. We have Devolk, and Hearthwind has had some interesting experiences of being a member of my crew, so Hearthwind Jr. is now going to be, I guess, just Junior, but he's going to join us as well. So what's the difference between this and the Stealth A? We start off with a slightly better weapon pairing, I would say. Anti-hull 1's not super interesting, but not too bad. The Misery Cord has the exact same charge time, and it is a pinpoint beam, so it can't do the big stretch and slice, but it can do 1 room's worth of damage, and it can do 3 points of it, so it's really not too bad. Other big differences, we have an awful lot of engine power off the get-go. We have 5. I don't think you start with 5 bars in FTL base, but it gives us 25% dodge off the start. But as with the Stealth A, we don't have any shields, so that's certainly going to be a big priority for us. Said it in previous episodes, but if you do want to also be a member of the crew, just leave me a comment, let me know. And yeah, the old like, subscribe, algorithm bonus things, really appreciate leaving comments. I'm not always super quick to respond, I'll be completely transparent, but I always do appreciate it, and I will always try to respond to everybody. So, let's begin with what I think is going to be a reasonable ship, but not an amazing one. We're going to install stealth weapons immediately, so when we cloak, we don't force ourselves back from cloak, which is excellent. We will accept the gift, it's fine. What do we want to start off with? I don't think we need a basic laser. I'm just going to say I don't need anything and get some extra jumps. We'll do that. We'll run our salvage mission. You know the rules if you've been here, and that was a pretty good start. Alright, who do we want where? We definitely don't want an NG in the piloting. That is a gigantic waste of resources. I was about to say, let's put him in the shields. Problem with that, you don't have any. So, I guess you're going NG to engines. You can be our pilot, and you, sir, I think are perfectly fine in weapons as it is. Let's save some stations. This is a really small ship. I always forget how just compact everything is. So if we got a rock mana too, I would not be that upset. Do you want to do a C.U.R.A run? Sure, why not? We completely pooped the bed last time we tried because we were 1 scrap short. Yes, we're listing. Accept proposal. Get out of here. Might not be the smartest decision to make when we have to save up massively for shields, but it's okay. Do we care if the slavers hate us? No, we're fine with them not liking us. That's perfectly a-okay. Now, we should probably power some weapons up. We don't need our med bay on. We have enough power for 3 engine. That's not terrible off the get-go. We still have 25% dodge. We have a backup battery too. Let's do that immediately. Be impressed, I remembered in the first combat to use it. That will probably never happen again. I do try. Auto fire is definitely going to be our way to go here. Mantis immediately. Where do you want to go? Weapons? Not ideal, but it's fine. And we want to auto fire on shield straight away. That was rude. I should have really dodged that, but again, we can't cloak forever, so Misery Cord, go for weapons, please. Thank you kindly. Now we don't need to do it again. You run away. Turn. I don't even need the cloaking on right now. Turn on the med bay, just for a second. They've gone back as is. Go heal up, and then we'll move everybody back. That was 2 damage I shouldn't have taken, but it's fine. And they're toast. Yeah, we just absolutely massacred that Mantis that tried to ruin our day, so it's fine. Everybody get back to their place of location. Why didn't you cloak through that? I watched it. That's the sign of not being caffeinated enough yet. I watched it do damage, and I sat there like a lemon and didn't do anything. Good start. Open some doors. The only good thing out of that is we're going to get some experience in repair. That's the only positive out of that mistake. But let's pay attention. You just get so used to having shields in Sector 1 that you're just like, oh, I don't have to dodge anything. Except missiles. And that is incorrect, friend. Incorrect. Move back. Close doors. Try to be smarter next time. Yeah, that's just free stuff. We don't need to scan. We've already done a scan of the sector. We probably want to go up to the merchant. It's combat in both, so that's fine. I'm not looking at dodge combat. We just have to remember to turn our cloaking on. Oh, it's the Beam Master. Perfect. We love this because it should be a freebie. Yeah, you can't do anything. We should probably turn the misery cord on. There we go. We're going to do our standard fare. This is going to be very common for the start of this run. We're going to be firing the anti-hull first at the shields, and then misery cording the weapons. And yet again, I did not cloak in time, because I am stupid. And now I can't cloak, but it's still fine. Aim there. Go in and repair that. It's not that critically important, because they shouldn't be able to get their beam back online before we shoot at them again, but... need to stop being stupid. You're not going to get away with it forever. At least it only did 1 damage because it was a mini beam and they didn't stretch it on multiple rooms, but that's fine. But yeah, you can see why I need shields straight away, because not only is it important to just not have to take damage, but also because I'm stupid. So, that's a pretty good amount of stuff. And yeah, we're not doing that. That is definitely not worth repairing. Let's go to the store first. Merchant, give me something free that means I don't have to think, oh, Flat Gun Mark II, you better believe we're happy with that. We will sell you some ammo, because we're not using it. What have we got to play with? Mine launcher is kind of interesting, but... if we're going to pick a mine launcher, this is the one I recommend, because it doesn't take any missiles to fire. Yes, it's not fantastic in combat, but it's really good at delaying the fleet. But we need to save for shields, so that's not the way we're going to go. We could either run the misery cord or the flak at the moment. We couldn't run both with the amount of power that we have. I don't think we buy anything here at this point in time. Anti-hull laser 3 is pretty crazy, but I don't think it's that good. Okay, well, thank you for the free weapon. I greatly appreciate it. You can't be very good at business if you keep giving us away the best weapons we don't have to then buy. But whatever. Maybe we can get a store. Yeah, we'll hear you out. We can't do that. Sorry. We can do nothing to help you. Bye. We helped by offering to care. And that's all we can ask. I would quite like you as crew. You're gonna board us. What weapon do you have? Nothing that scary, if I remember to cloak. We'll see. This is going to be mildly annoying. In fact, I don't think we can beat them in battle, so... what I'm thinking we do is we open up, like, everything. Turn the battery on so we have more dodge. And then we're just going to move you two into the med bay, I think. Yeah, they're going to waste time going to parts of the ship that don't have any air. We cloaked through one of those shots. Unfortunately, it was not the one I was looking to prioritize. You can shoot on weapons. Thank you. But yes, now that we're in the med bay, we should be perfectly fine. It's going to be very annoying getting the oxygen back up again, but that's okay. Thank you. So we got a Mantis. Borman. What we need to do is close all of these doors to the outside, then open all of our interior doors. And then Mantis, you're going to be terrible at repairing, so you're probably not going to be the one to use for this, but... Still got no oxygen in these rooms. Must not have enough to spread it out. Anyway, it's fine. The engine will repair it quickly enough. It's not a big deal. And then you guys run back. Do that and that. And then we're going to be okay again. So that's a little bit scary, but really not too bad. Close all the doors again. It's close enough to being kind of averaged out. You guys go back to your respective rooms. Mr. Mantis, I don't really have a place for you, so you get to go indoors. Excellent. Free Mantis. Love to see it. We have a lot of jumps we can take before we go to the exit because of the decision we picked at the start, so I guess we'll just do a bit of a wander and see if we can find a store. I'm going to see if you need any help and report you, because I want the free stuff. It wasn't a lot of free stuff. There is a store. Okay. Don't really want to jump there straight away, though. So we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many jumps do I get? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get 4 jumps before anything goes wrong. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're going to have to do one more combat where I have to remember to turn cloaking on. And I've failed literally every time so far. So let's try to not fail this time. They're going to board us again. With just a human? Yeah, rebel, so yes. You picked a wrong place to board, Sunshine. I don't even have to worry about you. Turn these on, get more dodge. As soon as their weapon fires this time... Well, that's a bomb, so I'm going to dodge that. Well, at least try to. There we go. Anti-hull on shields. Misery cord on weapons. That is not a fantastic deal, so no thank you. I think I'm good. This guy's seriously going to break through our doors and not just leave? No, he's not. Okay, excellent. Didn't even have to remember that he was there. We might have been able to get them to suffocate out, but it's okay. This is not the ship to hang around and just kind of see if things work. We have enough scrap to get shields, though. If we can run into some, that would be great. 19 scrap. Excellent. 159. Pretty good accumulation. Beautiful purple planet. Now we've got poop brown. Nearby market is overlooked by an allied refueling post. We could give them the 3 drone parts we have for 7 fuel? Yeah, I'll do that. What do we have going on? Conservative weapons. I don't really want the conservative bomb. If that was a recycling bomb, maybe? But no. Conservative ion? It's not my favourite thing in the world. I know we have flak, so I don't think we need it. Oh, shields. Excellent. Is there anything else we should do while we're at it? No, I think shields are going to be paramount to making this work. We don't need to buy anything else on that side. We can't afford any of this. Yeah, no, I think that's an incredibly boring pick, but the absolute right option. We're going to have to get more reactor power in due course, but for now we're just going to have to eat it a bit. But yes, shields, whoopie-doo! Normally it's like, oh, we need to have 2 bars of shields by the end of the sector. We're just happy to have any. They're going to board us again, are they? Where are you boarding us? That's another poor room that you've chosen. Yeah, mistakes were definitely made in your decision making. Absolute nopers. We know the drill. Aim for the shields. We don't have to dodge that one. We will have to dodge when the charge fires. If it fires. Too bad, so sad. You tried. We might be able to suffocate these guys out too, but is it worth it? I don't think so. I think you get a free weapon even if you don't do that, so it's fine. Well, we did just devastate 2 of them. Maybe it is worth it. Let's just see if they suffocate out. I highly doubt it because they have oxygen on and they only have 1 hull point. No, they're not going to suffocate out. It's fine. It was nice knowing you. It wasn't nice knowing you, but it's okay. See you later. Charge stunner. Ooh. That's not what we're looking for. Although, how can we complain? We got given a flak too. Yeah, charge stunner. No, it's not my favourite. I mean, there's certainly worse weapons we could have got. That's the worst store location ever, by the way. But no, we don't want it. So we have an NG crew member, so the Harmony sector's pretty tempting. Don't have a lot of hostile on this, but if we do go down, we'd potentially have to do back-to-back. But we're going to go down anyway. There's a lot of purple, a lot of neutral, a lot of hazard. Yep, we'll see the C.U.R.A task. What's the intermediate task? High scrap and resources, I've never used the antique harpoon gun. But we also don't have... We're not going to be able to spend money on our medical, so I think we're just going to do... Yeah, we're just going to do this option. Nice and safe, if I remember to do it right. We will contact the guard, because we have NG crew, and they gave us some freebies. Thank you, donut-shaped bagel. So... Outpost is it's not super critical to go there, so we'll probably just arc around. Maybe we'll do like a McDonald's shape. We'll see. Ba 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 ba. Our ship is crap. I'm gonna say no and attack them because it's probably going to hurt the reputation with the NG, and I'd rather have the slavers haters. If they want to attack us, oh no, we're going to give us more free crew. Oh, I'm so sad. Devastating. Do we want to switch our weapon setup? No, you still only have one layer of shield, so that's not something we have to care about. You're going to board us with a couple of different guys, though. Where are you going? Oh my word. Terrible decisions are made. The Orchid might be able to get some of their oxygen back, but I'm not super worried about it right now. If I have to use Boreman to just delay them a bit, we will. In fact, we may have to. I'm going to do that now. Aim for weapons. Thank you kindly. Yeah, don't break my battery, please. I would much rather you didn't do that. Switch Boreman out. We're going to have to turn our medbay on. Now they're out of oxygen in this room. So now we can bravely... This is going to look silly for a second, but I want the pilot in the door room so they can't just come into every other room in the ship. Except you did anyway, for some reason. Where are you going, engines? Oxygen. Oh, we can't have that happening. No, 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 no. Okay, somebody's actually working this now. That's fine. Everything's fine. I had to do a bit more microing than I am really capable of doing usually, but that's okay. They're trying to run away. That is not happening. Sorry about that. We're not sorry about that. I wish they just offered us a crew member. I would have taken a crew member. We should probably turn our medbay on. That always helps. Probably don't turn oxygen off, though. Just saying, oxygen's pretty important. Even turn this back on for a second, just so we remember to do that. Everybody move back. We could spread this oxygen out, but it's fine. Not worried about it. What's that? Asteroid field? No thank you. Not when we're going to be competing with ships that might have 2 layers of shield soon. Oh wow, the slavers are just going to hate us in this timeline. We are doing everything to upset them. They can board and they have a clone bay. So we are not going to be able to stall these fellas out, that is for sure. Oh, don't come in with a crystal. We know what happens when crystals board us. Where you go? Do that immediately. I don't want any part of that. They do have a human medic, but it's fine. We need to cloak that, for sure. Do that. And then put the temp power there. I do not want anything to do with that mini beam when we have no shields. So I'm not going to let it fire. There we go. Now we're fine. I'm tempted to move you as well. Yeah, they're in a bad state. Yes, they're breaking through the doors pretty quickly, but yeah, they're going to have to leave. Their planet needs them. So that's okay. Yes, free NG, absolutely. Free NG is an absolute take every single time. So, are you any good at anything? No. You will be, though. Go heal up. Turn on the medbay. Everybody move to their location of choice. Now that we have shields, we have an NG for it, which is perfect. It's really weird seeing the shields in a 2-tile room. Like, so few ships have that. It's just really weird. Do we have a store near us? We don't. So we're going to do that, so we can permanently power up our shields, and this is not too bad. How much of the next level? Oh, wow, that's perfect. We'll do that then. And then that way, we can do, if we want to, we can take this off and do this instead. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. We can hear them using their clone bay in the background, having just massacred half of their crew. But no, that's fine. So we have a slightly more potent weapon combination at this point. Federation presence suggests dire need of aid. What is your need? We don't need repairs. We don't need fuel. We don't need ammo. I'm going to say map data. Access denied. Here's 28 scrap. That's a win in my book. Absolute win. Oh, it's the maths machine. Hello, I'm Dixie the Data Center, sponsored by Wentworth Technologies Education Department. We would like to get your info. You want to ask me some questions? Sure. 2 + 2 is 4. 3 × 5 is 15. And then, hooray, you got them all right. I'm fine. No, I'm good. I don't want to listen to any of this. There's too much stuff. But yes, we got a little bit of scrap from what is an adorable machine. I love it. It's so cute. So Fisher-Price. You guys have Fisher-Price toys when you were a kid? Foolish meat sacks. Rude. You're the guys that keep boarding in all the stupid places. You're telling me I'm dumb? Anyway, we have a slightly different weapon setup now, but the logic is still the same. The flat cannon's still going to fire at shields. And even though it charges slightly quicker, the actual ammo takes longer to get there, so... Oh yeah, they're in a world of trouble. Boop. Zap. In fact, because these are 2 Mantis, if we don't hit with all of the flak, which we didn't, there's a distinct possibility if we took their oxygen out that they might just toast anyway. You should probably go heal up. I didn't realize this door was open, so that's an L for me. No, too bad anyway, but it's fine. Just giving you a little bit of damage in the background just to make you stronger, right? Asphyxiating makes you stronger. Maybe. Close all the doors too. Why did you not do such things as these? Anyway, it's fine. Get back now. Go away now. We have a link, we have a store, we have a merchant. There's a lot going on. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we want to dive? See how courageous we're feeling afterwards. To the link! Really? Oh. More slavers. Well, not actual slavers, but essentially slavers. This is a scarier ship. So, that's a defense drone, so it will shoot at my flak. But I still think it's fine to use the flak. They have a missile, they have a heavy laser. They're going straight into our med bay, which is a terrible decision for them. Power this up. Power, power. Yeah, if you want to let me do that, get your pheromones going. And then, yeah, the flak's going to fire immediately. They just fired their missile, so we're going to cloak. And then... It's not going to be perfect because it has 2 layers of shields, but it'll still do enough damage to take this down. Could be a lot worse. Yeah, we're doing enough damage so the Misery Core will still do 2. Because it's 3 damage and it does 1 less for every shield layer it has to penetrate through, so it's fine. That's a little bit more annoying that you're there, but at least it can keep you distracted. Wow, he is doing some spicy damage with his pheromones. Understandable, but also gross. They don't like it, or appreciate it, or approve. Everybody get in there and mug him. Hooray, bomb launcher. We probably won't use that either, but it's okay. It's better than a kick in the face. Let's not have you die today. There we go. Combat experience isn't going to be terrible. So yes, bomb launcher, very, very standard. Just great accuracy, but I don't think it's that good. It's fine. Honestly, I don't know if I prefer that to a stun charge. It does only take 1 power, so I guess there's that going for it. I don't think either of them are particularly fantastic weapons, if I'm being completely transparent, but could be a lot worse. Everybody get back to their room, thank you kindly. That's something I love about a small ship. People go back to their rooms so quickly. There's very little, kind of just wait around and see what happens. Oh, the stores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would make us dive, but if we don't go to the outpost, we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that'd still make us dive if we did that. Do we really care about going to the Zoltan store rather than the Federation one? Because I'd like to go to the merchant and sell him 5 missiles, because we don't need them all. So we'll go to this store. I don't think there's a huge difference in it. No, we're not going to do that. And we got to salvage. Sweet. So. I mean, we do have the Rancer beam, which is fine. It doesn't cause physical damage, but is, yeah, an absolute ripper. I don't think that's our game plan, though. We don't have weapon other than the stun charge. We do a lot of damage, so I don't think that's in our future. Torch just sets everything on fire. These two are very similar in many ways. This just causes breaches, this causes fire. This is probably more versatile, but I still don't think that's the way we're going to go right now. I think we're just going to say, sell that. Every little bit of scrap will help. Amp energy drone? Nah. Not really what I'm looking for. We don't have a boarding setup, really. If we were to do hacking, we don't want to sell any more drone parts. I think, for the time being, we're just going to take mind control. Just so that we can confuse the pilot, have all of our flaks hit, and then that'll help us speed things up for the time being. I think that's the way to go. As a result, I'm going to wait until we go to the other merchant before we want to maybe get some more power, reactor power. See what we get. I'm not that averse to diving in this ship. There's certainly worse ships to do diving in, because we have cloaking. Wow, that's an expensive weapon, the Pierce Mark II. No, I don't think that's the way to go. None of this is really super exciting. The Chain Heavy's not terrible. I mean, that would not be a bad supplemental weapon, just because it would fire so quickly in the end, but I don't think it's amazing. Having said that, what would our alternative be? So we have 2 power, 1. I don't think we're using this. Maybe we'll get a Chain Heavy. I don't think that'll be our long-term weapon, but I think it's more useful, potentially, than the Anti-Hull Mark 1, given we have a flak. I'm almost tempted to sell this, but I don't think I'm quite ready to do that yet. I don't have that level of commitment in me. What's the cost of the next power level? 60 for weapons? Can't do that yet. So, we have definite combat here. We do need to get second level shield sometime soon as well. There's a lot of things we have to do. Let's hail the Lanius. We do not know trash ship. Trash is not a problem to eat. We'll tell them there's NG on there, and they're like, no! Must eat machine anyway. Derp, 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 derp. What are you firing? Things that can definitely hurt me. Turn the engine on for the battery. Do that, do that. flak on the shields. They only have one layer of shields, which is going to be a terrible thing for them. Mind control the pilot. Wow, we did peanuts to their shields. Oh, there we go. It just took too long to find out. The Lanius, threatened by your hostile movements, appear to have decided they'd rather live. I would say that's probably wise, but they don't have any piloting going on right now, so good luck with that. See you later. Ooh, a drone. That will be being sold, I suspect. But hey, better than nothing. If we don't want to dive, we have to go to the exit in 2 jumps. So you'd have to go here, or there. I guess straight to the exit, but... No, let's do some combat. Unless I'm not that averse to diving in this case. I'm going to say that we're friendly and let them leave. We've upset the slavers so badly, I don't need to upset the NG populace too. Is there anything we really want at a Zoltan store? I'm going to say no. I don't think we're going to dive. We don't need to. I don't think that 1 extra jump moves the needle for us in any direction. We'll explore. We'll definitely attack the pirate ship. It is annoying because it's got a Zoltan shield on it, but it's fine. What else do you have? You don't have a weapon that can hurt us. Okay. Sure. I guess. I'm not sure how I feel about that. No, let's not have you attack me. Zas, we're going to have you... Where am I even going to put you? There, and turn that door open. Probably isn't the time for the misery cord. I probably should have done that and that. Do that for now. I know it's a bit of a waste of charging time, but it's fine. Oh yeah, now they're in trouble. Now they're in big trouble. Who would have guessed having a weapon setup that has no power in it would cause problems? Who would have seen that coming? Would be really cool if we could get that Lanius crew member, but I don't think so. That's a really good deal. Alright, we give up. We're terrible at this pirating thing anyway. Yes, yes you are. We have 24 fuel. That is beautiful. Now, if this was FTL or FTL Advanced Edition, you should not spend your scrap right as you're going to make the jump. But here I think we do. Because we want to be able to do, like, this. And then we're going to go for 2nd level shields next. It's nice we don't have to prioritize engine upgrades, because we already have the level I like anyway. Where are we going to go next? The Nebulous Sector or the Lawless Territory? I think we might go Lawless, but we'll make that decision next episode. So if you have enjoyed the episode, definitely do let me know. Please do the like, subscribe, comment, dance. I appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.